Hello, everybody. I'm a practicing therapist and a doctoral student of psychology. Today, I wanted to go over what, in particular, makes avoidants realize they do need to change in order for them to secure their relationship or save their relationship or marriage or whatever it may be, or to benefit their own life external of marriage and relationships. But we're typically talking a little bit more in a relationship context, okay? And you can't necessarily make somebody do something, and change tends to be something that is both inward and has external aspects to it. So a person that wants to change, they're going to change. They're going to try their best to change. A person who doesn't want to change, they're probably not going to change. However, sometimes what happens is a person may not want to change, but they feel that they're going to lose something that they're going to lose if they do not change. And so therefore, although they don't want to change, they still will change because they'd rather change than lose, if that makes sense. And that scenario happens sometimes as well. And while they're doing that, typically what happens is they start seeing the benefits of changing and they do want to change, right? Usually, an avoidant individual, they resist change because they feel like if they change, it means that they were not accepted. That's what they equal change. So if I have to change, that means you never liked me or you didn't like me for who I was originally, which is not true. But that's how they feel. And so that's why avoidant individuals are very resistant to change unless they feel accepted, okay? So we're not necessarily talking about that, even though that will be part of it. But I'm going to talk about just three. There are many ways, but I'm going to talk about three specific ways that I see that kind of helps avoidants to feel like they need to change, okay? Often they feel like their relationship is valuable. So this is the first one. They feel their relationship is very, very valuable. They feel accepted. They feel appreciated. They feel like this relationship is very worth it. Like they don't really want it to ever go away. And they want to work towards making it even better. So a lot of avoidant individuals do tend to have some form of perfectionism. And so what ends up happening is when they feel that they really love their relationship, right? Just like how a lot of avoidants love their car, love their house, love their lawn, whatever it is, and they really want to make sure that they keep working and perfecting it and making it better. Some avoidant individuals, more common with, actually, no, I see it with fearful and dismissive. I was about to say it's more common with dismissive avoidance, but that's not true. I think I see it with both. Maybe a little bit more with dismissive avoidance, but not by much. They tend to want to make their relationship even better. So if their partner asks, hey, can we do X, Y, and Z? They already know, this relationship, we don't have much conflict. I'm really loving this flow. I'm going to go ahead and just make this compromise because I like where this is heading and I don't want to fight and I don't want to lose this and I want to make my partner happy. So this is the most ideal version of why they want to make compromises, because they value their partner and they appreciate the relationship so much. It actually makes them feel like they want to be a better person because they just feel so good about their life, right? It's almost like the feeling where, I don't know if y'all have ever seen this. I see this so much, and it's actually, it's a technique called behavior activation we use with like depression and ADHD. But sometimes what happens is, like, let's say you're cleaning something, a little bit off topic, but if like you're cleaning something, you really procrastinated doing it, but once you're in it, you're like, okay, this isn't too bad. I'm going to go clean something else and I'm going to go clean something else. Sometimes that happens, right? A little bit, okay, I don't know if that's a perfect example, but avoidant individuals, they have that feeling with a relationship. Like they don't want it and they don't feel like it's valuable, but once they're in it and it's doing well and it's very comforting and relaxing, they feel like, okay, this is good. Like I want to continue this feeling. I want to have this forever. I want to, do what's best for it. I want to do what I can. I want to be a better person. I want to feel better. Just like if you're struggling with depression and you clean your house or you adjust something or you add positive to your life, now you want to go and find more positive, or you want to be more social sometimes, not all the time. You want to do even better. Maybe you want to enroll in a class. Maybe you want to go out and meet new people because your environment is already feeling so positively charged and so helpful to you. If the relationship feels that way to an avoidant, they already feel like, I want to keep doing more good things. I want to become a better person, right? And avoidant individuals really love that ambition, and they like to see things from that perspective. That's how they look at things, from a career-oriented perspective. And so they do that with their relationship. So that's one reason why they want to change, okay? The next one, I would say that this is more common. This is more common in couples therapy, because why are they coming to therapy unless there's a little bit of something they need help with? They realize their partner is growing frustrated at them, and their partner is still by their side, and they understand that their partner is increasingly frustrated, and they're afraid that this means that they failed the relationship. And so they are trying to figure out how to make their partner less frustrated so that they can have a successful and happy relationship while still them not being seen as a failure, because avoidant individuals are very sensitive to feeling like they failed. And so when their partner is frustrated, their partner's still staying. It's not like they're saying you're evil, I hate you, you're difficult. No, it's a person that appreciates and respects them. But let's say their partner is very frustrated with the lack of intimacy in the bedroom. Maybe it's been a while, and the avoidant individual knows, they're avoiding it for X, Y, and Z, or they just don't feel like they want to, or they feel uncomfortable or whatever. And they really appreciate that their partner is being very respectful towards, not wanting it. So they really already know their partner is doing them what they might perceive as like a favor or something, right? And this makes them feel a little guilty sometimes, and they see their partner is still frustrated. And so in their mind, they're like, my partner is doing so well, understanding me, and they're so kind to me, and I don't want to fail them. I don't want to fail this relationship. I realize that I'm the one holding it up. I want to fix this. What's the reason why I'm doing this? Let me do whatever I can to fix this issue. This motivates them to stay, motivates them to change, because they realize their partner is not leaving. They're actually accepting them. They're still upset, but they recognize, this is part of marriage. This is part of life. Maybe that's how their partner feels. Whether that's wrong or right, that's just the scenario that's happening. And they feel very loved. Their partner is not breaking up with them. Their partner's not yelling at them. Their partner's just waiting it out and hoping that things will get better at some point, communicating. And it's not the avoidant hasn't changed ever. It's just they're starting to realize they need to make much more significant changes. They really need to fix these major problems. You can see that. And I'm saying frustrated in a healthy way, right? They're deciding not to let it fester. They admit they're annoyed about it, but they still care and they want to make it work. So they communicate that. That's usually what really helps avoidants to feel loved. They feel like their partner is staying because they love them, and they're saying, I do care about you, I want to make it work, I'm really frustrated, but I'm just going to let this go. That immediately makes avoidants feel very motivated to change, because they think, I failed this person loves me, this person cares about me, and I have not done my part. Let me do it, because I don't want to see my partner frustrated and hurting when I want to do something and I'm the one holding it up, okay? That's the next one. And the third one is when a partner decides that they want to learn things from an avoidance perspective, okay? And this means that they are more appreciative of how avoidants think. Let's say an avoidant individual says, I don't like relationship labels because I feel like it's unnecessary. And their partner wants a relationship label. They might say, I do want a relationship label, and it's something I really wish that we could have, but I understand that it's not important to you, and I don't think it means that you care about me any less. So I understand that. Why does that motivate an avoidant to change and say, oh, okay, maybe one day I do want to have labels? I'm going to explain that. Because the avoidant individual, when they say, I don't want a label, it's not a boundary. It sounds like a boundary, but it's actually not, okay? It's an emotional reaction to them checking. They're not doing it consciously, but they almost want to put the barrier up that they want to make sure that that they're not good at this, right? I don't want to do this. This is who I am. They want to make sure they're accepted first. And so if you can accept them, they are actually more willing to hear your side. And they realize, okay, you did just accept me. Maybe I can be a little bit more giving. Maybe I can be giving. Maybe I'm not going to be hurt. Maybe I'm not going to be suffocated. This person's not pressuring me. Let me hear them out. So immediately you're modeling that behavior. You are hearing their perspective, and they're thinking, okay, if you can hear my perspective, let me hear yours. And so those are the three ways. There are many ways avoidants change. The three ways that avoidants change, right? They value the relationship and they realize they want to add to it. They like it. They want it. right? The next one is they value their relationship and they feel like their partner is frustrated and they don't want to hurt their partner, and that motivates them. That's the second one. The third one is they feel that their partner appreciates and accepts them and they want to do the same thing. They want to see things from your perspective as well. So modeling behavior. I hope that makes sense. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.